Hi everyone, and welcome to part 16 of Let's Build New York Brownstones. It's been a while since the last part of this series, but I am really looking forward to getting back into this. And in this part, my goal is to finish this apartment because there's a few things that we need to fix in this area here. And this area wasn't even finished, and then we hardly started in this area back here. But I don't think it's going to take the whole part, so we should be able to start on the next apartment upstairs. But the main thing I needed to fix down here was getting rid of the wine rack, because quite a few of you brought up that it doesn't really fit into the space very well, and it's what's making this space feel a little odd and cramped. So we're gonna get rid of this, and I'm not gonna get rid of this because Millicent brought up that I could replace the bread box that we have over here with this. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And this can just go back in that same spot in the corner. And there were some other suggestions for how to make the space work a little bit better because it is very cramped and I just had a lot in here. So another thing that was brought up was Kaplan said to take the table and put it up against the wall and get rid of this. And Clara and Millicent also brought up getting rid of this rug because it kind of broke up the space even more. So we'll get rid of that, and then we'll take this and move this up against the wall, which I think does make this look a lot more open. And I'm also going to take this and put this against the wall over here. And I'm thinking we can get that one decoration from Get Together that's like that. It's like an antique coffee mug kind of a thing. I think that'd be really cute on the wall here. It would fit in with this apartment. I always like sticking this above trash cans and kitchens. Okay, so what swatch of this do we want to use? I'm not sure if we want to go with the black. Because I kind of think, yeah, I think the warmer color looks a little bit better. And instead of having this end counter here, since we don't really have anything here currently, I'm just going to get rid of that, and we're going to actually put the full-size one here, which I think will make the whole, like the whole mirror situation back here look a little bit better. And then we just got to get another one and fit that in there because things weren't really lining up quite right with that. So I'm going to use the other end cabinet for this one, like this one here. And I feel like that does fit a bit better. So let's get a look at that. Yeah, I think that does work better. And I know last time I was saying that I wasn't really sure what to do about this mirrored backsplash. But I think I'm going to actually keep it because with everything kind of spaced out a little bit more, it does look better. And I believe it was also suggested to put a mirror up above the table here. So I want to see if we have anything that'll actually work well for that. Maybe this? I don't know about that though. Probably something a little bit taller. I mean, we could always take the... No. I think that's going to be too much. What about this? I don't know. I kind of want something with a bit of a frame to it. Like this one, if we raised it up, might be another option. But I'm thinking that first one that I tried may actually be... Yeah, that... I mean, maybe that's a... No. That does not look good. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that first one here that we used. And I think we'll just keep it in the swatch. And it was also brought up to get rid of this painting and have a better balance of modern and traditional here in this living room because Andrea Marie brought up that they didn't think this part of the apartment had that mix as well as the rest of it. So I think we're going to keep the same seating that we have here because I feel like with everything spaced out a bit better over in this area, it does look better how it is. So we're just going to find something a little bit more modern to put up here. So one thing that could work that I did completely forget about in the last part was this painting from Get Famous because it does have some black and white swatches to it. And I think they don't have, I thought some of them had like the, brown wood frame on it, but they don't. The ones here that are black and white, but that's fine. Like I feel like this sort of has the right feel. I mean, we could go with this, but the color scheme doesn't look right with the rest of the apartment. These are also like maybe this one even. I don't know. I mean, it might be good to have something that adds a little bit more color into the apartment, but I'm not really sure about that. Like, I don't think that quite goes with the apartment very well. And another option is the one that came with City Living that was like the 3 pieces. Yeah, this one. I wanted to make sure I didn't grab that way oversized one. So this is another thing that we can try in here. But I think this actually looks better. And we could also try some of these other ones that have a little bit more color to them because maybe that'll look better, like this one. Because I'm kind of worrying that, like, I kind of feel like this part needs a little bit more color, but none of this is quite the right color scheme that I'm looking for. I mean, this one might be a winner because it does have the yellow to kind of tie into this and then some of the same blues that this has. And I'm wondering if what would make this look better is switching out this rug because we did get rid of the one under the dining table. So that means we may be able to use that same one here in the living room and it might look a little bit better now. So I want to get that out and give it a try in here. And do we, yeah, I think we have to size this down. Okay, so that should be good. And then let's go back to the same kind of swatch that we had on this before. Yeah, I think this actually looks better, and it kind of has more of that mixture of traditional and modern, but something, I don't know, something is still looking off in here, and I think it might be these couches. We could always try out the vintage glamour stuff on now because it might work a little bit better in here. Yeah, I think that actually fits in pretty well. So let's look through the swatches and see what we have. I really like this one, so we're going to stick with that. And for over here, I'm just going to replace this with a couple of the matching chairs. So it's this one right here. Yeah, I think we'll be able to fit a couple of these in. Another thing we could do is take, where was it? There was this one chair that came with City Living that I think is in a style that goes pretty well with this one. I mean, there is this one. That is always an option, but that's not what I was thinking of. We do have this. Oh, it was this chair here that I was talking about. Because this one could work. I mean, that, or this is an option. But I want to see, because I think we do have one with one swatch of this that has matching, like the matching metal to this one. So that might look a bit better. Yeah, that's this one right here. So we can get rid of that and then just get a look at how this is. And since we have a little bit less black in here, I want to try changing the swatch of this. Yeah, I think that actually looks a little bit better in here. And I think it's fine with just the two chairs over here because I don't want to cram things in too much. You know, it does make things look a little bit less full over in this area. I think that's actually everything that I want to do out here. Yeah, I feel like it looks a lot better, although I kind of want to try that Get Famous painting once again because I'm thinking now that we swapped out the couch, it might look a little bit better in here since we don't have so much black and white. So let's just take a look at this. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking this does look better now. So we're going to go to this, and with that, I feel like that's it for this area. So over here in the bedroom, the main suggestion that I got was Lee said that they thought there were too many whites and blacks in this bedroom and that it needed maybe some browns or some more neutral colors in here to break this up. So what I was thinking we could do is change the swatch of this to the dark brown one. And then I wanted to swap this desk out for the cats and dogs one, but we're going to keep the same chair. And I'm hoping that going with something like this will also help to break up all of the same colors that are going on in here. So we're going to use that swatch, and then we're going to, of course, keep the same computer, keep the same, or actually, we can just keep that over there since it was floating. Now, I'm really not liking this painting, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that, because that just was not looking good, and this can come over here. And for the rug, I wanted to swap this out for the one that came with backyard stuff, because I think the black swatch of this one actually looks a little bit better. And then we just got to figure out the finishing decorations that we need to have in this room because I'm kind of stuck on what we're going to do for the wall colorings or the wall coverings or, you know, the paintings that we're going to have in here because I really was not feeling all of those old-fashioned paintings that we had. So, or you know what? We could take this painting and use it in here in a different swatch. Yeah, I think that actually would look pretty good. So what works? And we could also use like this one to add a little bit more color in here. That's an option, which I think does look pretty good. Because I mean, we don't have much else going on in here. So there's not a lot of colors that this is going to conflict with. And then we also have browns on the other items. So that makes it so this frame doesn't really stick out that much. And I'm wanting to swap this out and see if it would look better to have this and maybe that one of those black and white swatches above the desk. Yeah, I think that actually looks a lot better. Okay, so this is starting to come along. I'm starting to feel a little bit less worried about this. And I'm not sure what to do over here by the bed because this is always, like, I feel like this is always kind of a tricky spot to figure out with paintings. Like, I think anything we have over here is going to look kind of odd, so maybe we just shouldn't bother with that. And another thing I want to do, I know I'm using this all over the place, but I think having it a different size throughout the apartment helps to make it not look so repetitive. But I wanted to actually size this down twice and then have this up here in yet another swatch. I want to make sure I don't use the one that we used over in the living room. Okay, good, we're not. Yeah, because I wasn't really feeling that one painting in here. So I think that works a bit better. And yeah, I don't know what to do over here. So I'm thinking maybe the best thing to do is to just leave it empty and leave it at that and not clutter in things here so much. But I wanted to get a bit more on this desk here, so I wanted to get some paper clutter. So there was some that came with Strangerville that I think could work. All right, so we got some of that here. So, you know, this can be just their, you know, just the stuff they have, like files, and maybe some of this is nefarious, like some stuff that they're trying to keep secret, but I just like the idea of having it there and kind of having this be a slight bit messy, although we'll actually, we'll size this down and just have it back here behind the pencil cup. And then we also need to get a lamp behind there, so we'll get that in. And I think the one that came with Discover University could actually look pretty good there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that, which is this one right here. No, good, it actually snaps to this desk. Yeah, I found it so weird when I went to go use this in my first, you know, in some of my first university or Discover University builds, and it didn't even snap to the desk. Like, that's just weird that you would have a new desk that comes with a pack and then a new desk lamp that comes with it, and then it wouldn't even snap to the desk with that pack. I don't know if that was just an oversight or what, but definitely a little odd. But I was glad to have another desk lamp because it's not often that we get a good desk lamp. So I'm thinking we can use this swatch, and I feel like that's about all that we need in this room. I mean, maybe we could have a trash can over here, like just something between the desk and the wall. And other than that, I feel like there's not really much more that we need. Like, I can't really come up with that much more that we would fit in here. I mean, you all can let me know if you have any ideas for what we can do on this wall, but for now, I'm just gonna leave this blank and move on. So out in this area, I mentioned, oh, I forgot to get rid of these last time, but I mentioned last time that I wanted there to be an easel out here where they may paint counterfeit paintings. And then I also wanted there to be a card table. So we're gonna see if we can fit all of that out here. And we do need to get this paint on this wall here. All right, I don't know what's going on with that, but let's just go ahead and fix that. Then we also need to figure out what kind of wood flooring we're gonna have here. So I think on this building, we're gonna go with something a slight bit nicer. So how will this look? Okay, no, I think we need something a little bit more gray, like maybe that. That, I think, I mean, it's not that much nicer, but I think that actually looks pretty good with the color scheme of this building. So we're gonna stick with that. And then we have to figure out what we're gonna do with this because it was not working out how it was placed before. So I'm thinking if we have a diagonal like this, it should work and hopefully won't be clipping into anything, or never mind, it is, because that stupid crate that's in the back of it. Okay, that should be good. I think if we actually, yeah, there we go. And then right here is where I'm gonna have the easels, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. And then right here, we should be able to fit a card table. I wanna see if the new easel that we got with Discover University will look good here, because we did get a nice, like, fairly simple and modern looking one. Yeah, this one right here. Oh, it's called Rob Ross's Happy Little Easel. Oh, that's so cute. I love that little Bob Ross reference. It's adorable. Yeah, I like this. It's very nice looking. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit more simple. So let's see what swatches we have. Yeah, I like this one. So we're gonna go with that. And I wanted to take that one paint splatter rug that came with City Living and just put that under it. So we are definitely gonna have to size it down a few times. So we'll just, or yeah, let's size it down another time and then just put it under there like that. And I am gonna have to test to make sure they can get to it, but I think that should be fine. They're usually pretty good about getting around these things. And then over here, we're gonna try to see if we can fit in that poker table or that card table. I don't know if it's really gonna work well because we don't have much space to work with, but might be possible. Okay, so this thing right here, and I wanna use this swatch, and then what are we gonna do for the table, or the chairs? I'm thinking maybe like one of the nicer outdoor chairs that there are. Like we could use this one right here. Like I don't see this having just like plain old cheap folding tables out here. So we can go with this swatch. Or actually, no, I kind of like the original one more, but I want to check to see if there's anything better. Oh, we also have this one. That's really nice. I think this swatch could be good. So we're just gonna try this one and hope that this looks good. Yeah, I think that works. All right. I don't think we're gonna be able to fit much else back here, and hopefully this should be fine. This is another thing that I'm gonna have to check the routing of because we don't want any Sims getting back here and being stuck, which might be a problem with this. Hopefully it's fine with it, fine like it is. And then I think we're just gonna get a few plants out here, and then that's gonna be it because we really cannot fit much more back here. And after that, we're finally gonna be able to move on to the apartment upstairs. So we'll just add, I mean, I always like adding these to decks, but I don't know, they just look like very nice, like terracotta outdoor plants. But I'll change the color of this one to this, and I think that's gonna be it. Oh, right, we also need a light back here. So we'll have this over, the only problem is this thing's in the way, but we'll just do this. And then I'm gonna change it to the white swatch. And we also wanna get another one of these on the other side of that. And I think that's good. Yeah, that's gonna be it that we do down here. So moving on to this apartment, something that was brought up was that Skychime658 suggested that rather than having the door go into this room right here, that what I could do is take an arch and put it under the stairs and then have the door through there, which is the thing that I didn't realize you could do. Like, I never thought to try putting an arch under the stairs, but lo and behold, it actually works, and that is just a really handy thing that you can do. And it actually looks kind of cool. Yeah, I really like how it looks. And I also forgot to, hold on, did not mean to do that. I also forgot to put flooring in here, so we're just gonna grab that and stick that there. And the nice thing about the door being moved is that we now have more space for the kitchen. So the kitchen can take up all the space in here. We can actually have something right here. So that's a really good thing and gives us a little bit more to work with. And as I mentioned last time, I wanted this apartment to be for a detective and I don't know what exactly I imagine their partner being, but you know, that they have a partner who's in some other kind of field. And you all can let me know what ideas you have for that. I was thinking maybe a fashion designer, but I'm actually not really sure on that. So let me know what you all want to see. And I can't remember if I mentioned this the last part because it was a few weeks ago, but Techie74 did mention the idea of the detective who lives here being absolutely obsessed with the criminal who lives below them, but they don't actually know underneath them is where the criminal lives, and that they could just have paper strewn all over the place. And I really like that idea. So I want this office over here to just have stacks of paper all over the place. I want it to be a little bit of a mess. I wanted to have that all points bulletin board out if we can have that out. So I'm thinking maybe like the partner should have a career that doesn't really need an office like this, you know, like the detective does. So that way we can go all out with the space and really have it just be this messy detective office where all that stuff is just contained within. And since I do want this to be a family apartment and we do have a kid's bedroom, I wanted this apartment to be a bit more colorful and family-friendly feeling than the one downstairs was. So it's not going to be quite as monochromatic as the one downstairs, and I also want it to be a little bit less fancy than that one was. But I do want to use the same cabinets and counters that we use downstairs, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy all of those up here. And I'm thinking this area back here is where we could have the stove, because I do always like having the stove kind of, you know, in that space in kitchens. I think that is something that works very well. So you do have a lot of space behind the, you know, behind the stove. Not that that really matters in the game, but I don't know. It's just always something that feels kind of like it would be a little bit easier in real life. And then we're going to have another counter here, and I'm thinking right here is where we can have the fridge. Or what might work better is to have the fridge here. That way the kitchen is all tucked into this area, and we don't have any like weirdness with laying out the flooring, because if we have the fridge there, then we'd have to do something like this where we have the tile here and then we have a diagonal over here. And by the way, in case you didn't know this, if you hit Control and F at the same time, you can toggle between diagonal tile placement and full tile placement. Or I guess this is more so quarter tile placement. But this is something that is really handy if you don't want to have to get out walls and fencing to make diagonal flooring. But I do think it'll look better to have the kitchen tucked into this area rather than having to do something like that. Although that does give us a lot more space and actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. So you know what? We're going to go back to my original idea and have the fridge right here. Although I'm thinking maybe we'll have not quite as nice of a fridge in this apartment. So we can go with this one. And I can't remember what stove I used. So I used that one. I'm thinking for this apartment, we can just go with the cool kitchen stuff one. And then I'm going to use that really low fencing that came with Get to Work to border the kitchen, just so there's a little bit more of a separation between these areas. So where was it? All right, so we're going to use this in black. Whoops. Oh, wait, never mind. That's what I wanted. Okay, and then while we're doing that, I think we should go back down here and do that exact same thing, because I think that is something that's going to help this apartment. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, so going back up here, actually, let's grab those cabinets from down here, and I'm thinking I'm going to do the same thing with the mirrored backsplash up here, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So we'll just get that, and we also need to figure out where we're going to have the sink. So maybe that could go over here on this side. Yeah, I think that'd probably be a good layout. And this actually is a pretty good sized kitchen. But right here, we'll use this. And then I think I'm gonna go with the kitchen, or with the sink being here. So then right here, we'll just have the end counter. And I think that works. Yeah, so what we're gonna do in this part is we're just gonna do the whole kind of getting the gist of the layout and where the furniture is gonna go. And then the next part, we'll focus on detailing this apartment. And we're gonna have this go right here. Okay, so what are we gonna do with this space? Yeah, we're gonna do something kind of like what we did below, where we have the dining room right here, and then we have the living room over here. So once again, I think we're going to have the couch here, and then chairs here, and then a TV over here. Or you could swap it in this apartment and have the couch over here and the TV over here, just so it's not exactly the same as the one below. But I think that is something that works pretty well. And for the couch, I wanted to try using either this one, or we do have the one that came with I want to say Get Something, but no, it's Discover University. Yeah, I think this couch is really cute. And it would look really nice in here. But I'm going to worry about picking the colors next time, and I don't think there's a love seat to go with it, but we can check. Okay, so we have that chair. Yeah, no, we don't have a love seat to match it. So I'm thinking we could have a couple of these. I mean, we could even mix and match it, and maybe have some other kind of chair in here as well. And then we're gonna have toys over here, but that's a thing that I'm gonna get to in the next part when we detail things a little bit more. And I wanted to get some sort of, oh, we do have this one, but I don't know about that. Like, I wanted to get some kind of table we could put a TV on. Like, we could use this one, because, as I said, I don't want this apartment to have quite as fancy furniture as the one below does. So this feels a little bit more like your average family entertainment center. And we'll just have a TV, I think, wall mounted above it. Yeah, and then that way we can use the space that's right here for maybe some holiday card decorations, like some kind of like family craft sort of a thing, you know, like stuff that you can find in the debug menu from Seasons. Although, let's scooch that over a little bit. And then let's figure out what we're gonna do for the coffee table. So I want something that's just kind of simple. Maybe the one from Cats and Dogs would look good. Yeah, I think that one could be nice. I mean, it may always change it. Or wait. What if we tried this one? That actually fits in there pretty well. But let's go with this one instead. Yeah, I like that. And let's get a look at the colors. So this is one that could work. I'll definitely like figure out the details of the coloring next part, but I think that's a pretty good start for over here. And let's figure out the dining table for this area. So I want to try the one that came with Parenthood, because I think that has the right feel for this apartment. So could use the reddish color of it. I mean, I kind of like that. It looks sort of nice. This one's another option. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure of the swatches of this, but I definitely don't want to use this one. And I don't know if there's anything else that quite has the right feel to it. This one, no, but let's not do that. Yeah, I think we'll just keep the Parenthood one, and then we'll just work it out next time. For the bathrooms, I'm just gonna take the same wallpaper and flooring that we used downstairs and put that on here. And I'll probably use the same fixtures, but we'll personalize it differently. Like, I think this apartment's definitely gonna have a bit more color in the bathrooms than that one did, or the one down this apartment did. So we're gonna grab this and have that there. I'm just gonna copy paste everything, and we'll worry about placing the half wall on here and really finishing out the details next time. But I just want to get the basics of what we're gonna use in here. And then we'll figure out a different mirror, since I feel like a mirror is something that you usually tend to pick yourself. And I don't think I'm going to get started on this, because this is an area I really want to go all out in. So I want to worry about that more next time when I'm a little bit fresher and more ready to fully focus on that. But we're going to go ahead and add a railing to this. And moving upstairs, let's just go ahead and copy this back over here, because we're just going to do the same thing in here. And another thing that was mentioned, I think this was a few parts ago, but Beck's Big Hair mentioned having a walk-in closet going into this bathroom here. And we could try to add another bathroom in, but I think the thing that's going to work a little bit better is trying to have a walk-in closet going, or I guess it'd be more of a walk-through closet going into it. So what we could do is have walls like this, and then we can take those like the walk-in closet deck or the walk-in closet items that came with Get Famous and have those in here. So, you know, it's kind of like rather than being, or instead of using those, what I think might look a little bit better is walling this in and just using the closets that came with, did that just really, I hate it when that happens. I'll deal with that after I'm done with the part. The thing I think is going to work better is taking the closets from Get Together and putting them in there so you kind of walk through them and you have two closets on your way to going to the bathroom. So it kind of like, it's not quite an ensuite, but it feels sort of like it because you do have access to the bathroom through this bedroom. And this bathroom is definitely big enough to have something like that in it. So we'll do that. And I'm thinking right here would be a really good spot for a shower tub combo. So we're going to go grab that. And I want to try the one from Parenthood in this bathroom because I'm thinking the swatch of it that's black and white with the flowers could look good in here. Yeah, I mean, or actually, never mind. That does not look good. Yeah, I'm not really liking the color of those fixtures. And yeah, I don't think any of these other ones are really going to work. I mean, we could go with some of the more colorful, kid-friendly ones, but that doesn't feel quite right. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take this one and use this swatch of it, which definitely fits in with this pretty well. And we're going to use the same toilet that we used down here. But I think what we're gonna do for the sink, since we have all the space, is we're just gonna use these and have maybe a full counter there and an end counter here. Wait, no, actually, let's not do that. We have enough space for the full counters. And we'll just have a double sink. So we'll go with this one. And then I'm just gonna have, what should we do for the mirrors? Because we could just do the whole having, actually that doesn't feel like quite enough though. So we could take this one and raise it up just enough that you can kind of see this right here, although we need to lower it once more. But that is something that works because you do have this taller mirror, but it's a little bit more decorative than just that solid glass. And with this showing here, it makes it look like it's not just part of a mirror that you're seeing. So we're gonna grab this one and do the same thing. And yeah, I think that works pretty well. Okay, so that's it that I'm gonna do for this bathroom over here. And then this, I guess, is just gonna be kind of a seating slash reading area. And this is gonna be the master bedroom. I wanna try that one canopy bed that came with City Living because I think that would look really nice in here. Yeah, I like this. I think it works. And I do really like this swatch of it. I like how it looks with the coloring of the walls in this room. So we're gonna go with that. And for this bedroom, I wanted to try using the bed, or we could use this one? Maybe. I'm thinking either this bed, or what I was gonna say was we could use the one that came with Parenthood, or this one here is yet another good option. Like, there's quite a few good beds that we could potentially use. Another idea I had is that maybe we could make this a bedroom for 2 children. It's a little small, but I think it's big enough that we can make it work. And we could also have one of them be a toddler. That way we can have 2 different age groups in here. You all can let me know what you think of that. But for now, I'm just gonna get rid of these. We'll figure all of that out next time. And before I end this part, I actually want to start on furnishing this office. I know I said I didn't really want to do that this time, but this is actually a space that I'm really excited to furnish. So we're just gonna get a start on it. I'm probably not gonna finish it this time, but we'll see how far we can get. So for the desk and everything, I wanted to use the police type desk that came with Get Together, or Get to Work. I think that is something that's very fitting of it, kind of like it's maybe office furniture that they brought home or something like that, or old furniture they got from their office. So we can go with, I'm thinking this swatch. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll go with the office chair that came with Get to Work as well. So we can use, how about this swatch? That way everything's not all black and white. We don't have that same problem that we had in the apartment below. And then we need to figure out the curtains, and I feel like we should probably go with different curtains than what we use downstairs. And something else I realized is that instead of using these 2 single tile windows, we could take this one. I completely forgot that there was this double window before, but that does work a lot better. So we're gonna go with that instead, and then back to figuring out the curtains. So one option is this one here, which does work pretty well. Yeah, that actually is for medium wall height, so we're gonna use that. And I'm thinking this swatch of it just because I don't want to use the same things that we use downstairs, or we could use this to add a little bit more color to this, which actually does work pretty well. Yeah, I like that one, so we're gonna stick with that. And let's figure out the computer. So how about, like, I don't want to use something too nice, so how about this one? Although on second thought, never mind, I'm not really feeling this curtain. Let's go with this one instead. That one looks a lot better. And I want to sort by get to work to try to find more, you know, more office-y type decorations that could work. So we do have this bookshelf. And I want to see if we could get that bulletin board and put it in here. I'm not sure if that's something you can get out of the debug menu, but we'll see. I mean, you can get most of the other stuff. So I feel like that is something that we can find in here. I don't know if it's going to be functional, but it definitely will look cool. Okay, there it is. Ooh, never mind. I don't think this will actually fit, so... Yeah, I don't think that's happening, unfortunately. And I don't think there's anything else that's really gonna quite work, but... I mean, there's other stuff that'll work fine. Like, we could use that one bulletin board that's on the wall that looks like it has a bunch of different, like, it has a bunch of different flyers on it. Ooh, we could have this somewhere. No, or this. What is this? Mighty Plaque of Honor. Yeah, let's add this in here somewhere. Oh, and then we also have this. So where can we add this in? Perhaps... This is very small. How does it look if we size it up? That actually still looks pretty good. So instead of having this plaque, we could have this right here. And this is something else that I think would work really well for here. So I want to try to make it look like, although it's clipping into the window a little bit, but it doesn't look too bad, so we'll just stick with it. But I like the look of this, like it's just sitting on the desk. Is it though? Okay, never mind. It's floating a little bit, so that should work. And then we do have all those documents from Strangerville that will work really well. But I'm going to exit out this or deselect that and try to find the one bulletin board that I was talking about. It's this one right here, and we could think of it as maybe evidence that they collected or something along those lines. And then we're going to go find all that stuff from Strangerville and try to make a bunch of it look strewn all over the place. And then I know we also do have that stuff from Discovery University that I think would work really well. Like, there is that folder decoration, there's the stack of books, like we can have stuff on the desk, stuff on the floor, stuff just all over the place. I think this is going to be a really fun office to work on. But I'm going to try to get that over this way a little bit. Or, you know, it's fine here. Yeah, we'll let it actually snap to where it wants to. So I think that works. That swatch up is actually fine. And then I want to see if we can get this a little bit further back from the edge, because I did want to have a light there. I'm not really liking that swatch, so we can use, how about this one? And I'm going to find a desk lamp. So there was the one that I think was unlocked from the base game, this one here, that would work pretty well for this. And then we also need to get a pencil cup. I'm going to go with this one right here, and I feel like that's about all that we really need for the desk. Okay, so that works, and then we'll go with this swatch. Oh, but we do also have this. I don't know if there's anywhere to fit it, though. Okay, maybe if we do maneuver this around a little bit, like just push this further back against this, and then we can have that kind of on the side, because I just like the idea of there being this notebook here that they just sort of scrawl notes in. So then that can go, or let's try moving this back. Yeah, so I think we can have this just kind of in front of it. And we can push this more to the side like that. And I believe that should be where it still looks like it's on the desk, I'm not sure. And then on the floor, we'll just have a bunch of those cases, like the ones that came with Get to Work, the ones that came with Strangerville, just to make it look like it's strewn all over the place. And now I'm thinking that over here might be a better spot for this. So that'll go there. And that kind of balances things out a little bit better. All right, that works. So let's just sort by Get to Work and Strangerville to find all that stuff. And I think once I get all that stuff strewn around, that's going to be it for this part. And then we'll just finish this up next time, because I think this part's gone on long enough. So in this corner, I just want to have a bunch of stuff piled up. So we got some of this, and then some of this, and then over in this corner, we can maybe have some other boxes. Or I wanted to see if we can maybe have a chair over here. You know, like one that maybe someone they were meeting with would be sitting in. So we could use this one, which is kind of like that stuffy, basic office furniture look. I think does work pretty well for this room. So we're going to go with this swatch of it, and I think that's going to be it that I do in this part. So I hope you will enjoy this video. Thanks for watching, and bye!